Why are modern relationships so fragile? Every single day, people all around the world get divorced or visit a psychologist to recover after a hard breakup.
I like 'em fiery.
Oh my goodness.
Boy.
Goodbye.
Nowadays, a family as a social institution is going through a hard time in all developed countries. Why is it like this? Why is it so difficult to keep a relationship strong and healthy? Why do we fail at love so often, despite trying so hard? Let's look at 11 important reasons. 1. We're not prepared.
Will you marry me?
Yes.
Often, we're not ready to compromise, sacrifice ourselves, and love unconditionally. We don't want to wait. We want to have everything at once. We don't let our feelings grow, too often putting a time limit on what we think we should be feeling and when. When some troubles or changes occur, we don't want to compromise with our beloveds and spend time on restoring relationships. We simply give up and start looking for an easier option.
Don't touch me! I hate you! I hate you!
2. We confuse love with other feelings.
I'm flying.
We too often want to meet someone who will join us in the cinema or a nightclub, not the one who can understand and support us in a moment of deep sorrow. No one wants to have a boring life. That's why we're looking for a cheerful companion who can turn our lives into an adventure. But we're not always ready for change, which inevitably comes after a certain period of romantic and mutual affection. Next time, choose a person who tries to listen to you, rather than one who is just good company for having fun. 3. We get stuck in a rut.
I made a mistake, okay?
A mistake? What were you trying to put it in?
After a while, we don't have time for love because we're too busy chasing material benefits. Work, study, shopping, new cars, new phones. We don't have space for love. We are too busy with our daily routine and careers, so we don't have time for developing relationships. As a result, our relationships wither without our attention, just like flowers wither without water. 4. We're waiting for an immediate result. When we fall in love, we want our relationships to be mature. This maturity, as well as mutual understanding, can only come after years spent together.
You look wonderful.
Most people today think that there's nothing in this life that's worth their time and patience, even love. It seems we've forgotten that the best thing takes time. 5. We prefer to waste our strength. Many of us would likely prefer to spend an hour with 100 different people than a day with one person. Nowadays, people believe that it's much better to meet new people rather than getting to know them better.
Carrie, I'm sorry.
I am humiliated!
I'm sorry.
We're greedy, and we want everything all at once. We start relationships and end them as soon as we find a better variant. We don't give the best of us to a person, but we want him or her to be perfect. We date lots of people, but hardly give a chance to anyone.
I'm supposed to be beautiful.
But you are beautiful.
6. We're dependent on technology. Let's admit that technology has brought us closer. We check our accounts on Instagram and Facebook every 5 minutes and are always in touch with the whole world. We're so close that it sometimes feels difficult to breathe. Texts, voice messages, chats, and video calls have replaced face-to-face communication. We don't have to spend time together anymore. We already know a lot about each other from social media. We have nothing to talk about. 7. We can't stay in one place for long. We think that we're not meant for relationships, and even the idea of settling down scares us. We're a generation of nomads who are always ready to go somewhere far away from home, routine life, and stable relations. We don't dedicate our lives to one person anymore, and we avoid anything permanent. We actually despise permanence. We are always in pursuit of something better and new, and we don't even notice that we already have everything we need. 8. We become sexually liberated. Our generation has divided sex from love. First, people have sex, and then they decide whether they want to be together. Today, sex outside of marriage is normal, and things like open relationships, friends with benefits, and one-night stands have become part of modern life. Sex without a relationship is a norm these days. 9. We rely on logic way too often.
Love you more than I've ever loved any woman. And I've waited longer for you than I've ever waited for any woman.
Few people from younger generations can love with all the heart and overcome difficulties connected with time and distance. We prefer everything that is practical and profitable, including relationships. We are too sensible and careful. Our generation doesn't do crazy things for love anymore. We weigh every single step and prefer listening to our brains rather than our hearts.
What about you?
I'm fine.
How's married life?
10. We're afraid of too many things.
What's your name?
Oh, no, I can't.
We're afraid of new relationships, disappointments, emotional wounds, and broken hearts. And that's why we don't let people into our lives. We're always guarded. We're scared to get hurt or to get our hearts broken. We try hard not to fall in love. We don't let anyone enter our hearts and rarely show our real feelings and emotions. We build walls around ourselves, and sometimes they're too thick and high to let us step out and see life as it really is. 11. We don't appreciate relationships anymore. It means nothing to us to let a person who loves us go. We're too disappointed in the people who surround us. We've forgotten how to fight for love. So we often step aside silently when we're facing even the smallest troubles with our relationships. We don't appreciate people around us and don't want to make any efforts to keep them close to us. We are too lazy and too busy to make the first step towards our loved ones. Do you agree with these points? Have you gone through a hard breakup recently? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to share this video, hit the like button, and click subscribe to stay on the bright side of life.